Hi everyone. Recently, I was receiving a lot of comments by CAT 2020 aspirants and they wanted me to discuss the last month strategy for CAT. To be honest, I didn't have anything valuable to share there because I didn't do anything different in the last month. But understanding that their anxiety might be at the peak right now, I reached out to a couple of my friends in different IIMs and I talked to about 7 to 8 IIM students. One of them was also a 100 percentiler, and in this video, I am going to share the inputs and the strategies that they told me in the hope that they help you with your last month of preparation. Basis their strategies, I could clearly see that 30 days before the CAT exam, there are going to be two kinds of aspirants. Type 1 will be people who are currently scoring less than 90 percentile, and some other attributes might be that their syllabus is not finished yet. They have fluctuating mock scores and they are not sure if they can get into an IIM or not. Type 2 kind of people would be who are scoring 90 percentile or more in their mocks. They have at least had 6 months or more of dedicated basics preparation, and their mock scores might have a smaller range, but they are not increasing beyond a certain point. And the last point is that they might feel that getting into an IIM is possible, but they're not confident about it. Now, I will leave it up to you to figure out which type do you belong to because the strategies of last month differ for both the types. The first kind of strategies have been shared by people who eventually ended up scoring 95 to 98 percentile. And the second kind of strategies have been shared by people who scored more than 99 percentile. The 100 percentiler was also a type 2 student. So let's start with the first type. If you belong to type 1, then you have to be very smart and very selective in the next 30 days of your preparation. In fact, a student that I talked to mentioned that if you haven't completed your syllabus so far, there is a very less likely chance that you'll be able to do it in the next 30 days. The wiser choice would be to pick and choose what you decide to prepare. So let me share with you three strategies that were shared by students belonging to this type. The first strategy is to take more number of mocks. I was so surprised to hear when I heard that the average number of mocks that type 1 students took in the last month was around 30 to 40. This is way more as compared to the number of mocks that I took. I took about 10 to 15 mocks in the last month. What they shared was that when you take more number of mocks, you are able to get a knack of the tricks. For example, in the VARC section, if you are at a point wherein you are not able to narrow down to the correct option out of the two options that you have narrowed it down to, then it will automatically get corrected because you'll become better at guesswork if you're analyzing more number of mocks. They also asked that you should be able to identify which chapters carry most amount of weightage and what kind of questions are more repetitive in the exam. And finally, they also suggested to identify what your strengths are because that will help you with the next strategy. The second strategy is to prepare very selectively. Now, after taking a lot of mocks, you would realize what your strengths are and you would also know which chapters carry more weightage. Basis this information, you choose which chapters to prepare. Please note that I said you choose. I did not say which chapters to focus more on because you will eventually have to leave some chapters. In fact, let me give you an example. I talked to an IMK student who shared that he left the entire geometry chapter. He focused only on arithmetic, which also included number system and algebra, and he did all of these, attempted around 12 questions in the final CAD exam, and got all of them correct. His agenda was to make sure that he does calculated hard work. For example, if he realizes that one topic of arithmetic is not strong, however, arithmetic is his strength, then he would put in 4 or 5 hours practicing those questions and getting those 3 to 6 marks extra, which make a huge impact in the kind of percentile you can get. The third strategy was to do a layered preparation, which can also be termed as a multi-purpose preparation. See, the thing is, in the CAT exam, sometimes a question from one chapter might require the concepts of another chapter. For example, a number system question might require permutation and combination. So, those chapters which reoccur in other chapters must be studied, and I have shared a list of them in front of you. I was told by those students that these chapters will not only help you with QA but also with DI. Another strategy along with this is to regularly revise your golden book. Now, for those of you who might not be aware, I will share a link in the description as well as the suggested video above. But to give you a summary, Golden Book is like a repository of things that you can revise on a daily basis to improve your calculation speed. For example, cubes, squares, factorials, prime numbers. These kind of things are going to improve your speed for both QA as well as DI, thereby enabling a layered sort of a preparation. With this, we are done with the type 1 kind of students, and now let me share with you what the 100 percentiler shared for type 2 students. So, in case of type 2, the students need to be very thorough as well as confident in the last month of preparation. These kind of students know everything, but they just need to deliver it in the last moment. And they also need to revise as well as build their confidence, because these are the two things that make the most impact. Let me share three strategies which were shared by the 100 percentiler in this regard. The first strategy he shared was to take lesser mocks and focus more on revision. So, around 20 to 20 mocks are more than sufficient in the last month. Your agenda should be to focus on stabilizing your mock scores, and that you can do by identifying the kind of mistakes you are making in every mock. You note down these mistakes, and on a daily basis, you revise these mistakes along with the tricks and formulas you might have noted in your formula book. An interesting bit that he shared here was that you should take easier mocks. So, for example, SimCats or CL mocks, but not AIMCATs. Because if you take a mock which is higher in difficulty level as compared to CAT, you might lose out on confidence. In this particular month, you should focus on increasing your marks bit by bit. So, every time you identify a mistake, you revise the trick again and again, or you practice a few questions to just make sure you don't commit it again. The second strategy that he shared was probably the best strategy that I heard among all the people that I talked to yesterday. He said that you should choose discipline over motivation, because motivation is actually very overrated. So, a lot of people in the last month start feeling that they haven't done enough, when the truth is actually the opposite. They have done enough, however, because they don't have a measure for it, they just end up believing otherwise. So, what he suggested was to create a tight schedule, to wake up at the same time every day, to take a mock at the same time every day, and to sleep at the same time every day. If possible, take the mock at the time when your CAT 2020 slot is. That will ensure that you set a biological clock in such a way that you're most attentive at your slot timing. The reason this strategy helps cope up with anxiety is, otherwise, if you're shooting in the dark and you're not deciding what you need to do when every day, you will just end up believing that you haven't done enough. And at the end of the day, that will cause a lot of demotivation. In the final strategy, he showed that don't start with anything new, whether it is CAT related or otherwise. So, if you have a particular strategy of attempting the mocks, use the same and keep practicing it rather than experimenting with new strategies. Also, don't start with any new concept that you don't feel comfortable with. Limit the amount of distractions that you have. Don't start with a new web series, or limit the amount of matches that you watch in IPL, all those things. Another thing he shared was he never expected to score 100 percentile in the final CAT. He was scoring around 99.5 on average, which is something I would want to emphasize. Most of the aspirants see a jump in their percentile. Now, how much that jump will be will depend on how much you're already scoring and how you attempt the final paper. But just because of the number of aspirants that are there in mocks versus the final exam, you will surely see some amount of jump in your percentile. So that might also give you a ray of hope if you believe that you're not scoring well right now. He also said that in contrast to type 1 students who need to focus more on the things that they're doing right, the type 2 students need to focus more on the things that they're doing wrong, because that is going to help you increase marks. So, whatever mistakes you're committing in the mocks, if you have studied those concepts during your preparation, make sure to correct them first. That should be your priority. With this, we come to an end of the video, and here is a summary for your reference. Please note that I won't be recommending any suggested videos here for CAT 2020 aspirants, because I really want you to focus on your preparation and not waste any more of your time watching videos or reading blog posts. Yes, if you do have queries, put them down in the comments. Would be happy to connect anytime. I would wish you the very best for your preparation. This was all from my side for CAT 2020 students. If there's anything else, let me know in the comments.